Stevenage is one of 8 new towns built within a 30-mile radius of London, which have been successful in helping to alleviate the problem of London's overcrowded conditions. In 1970, its population reached 66,000, and each year, with the arrival of more young families, it is providing new life and new opportunities to a great many people. Like most towns, Stevenage too has its advantages and its disadvantages. But if the heart of a town lies in its people, then so must its future.
I came from South London originally. This was 18 years ago now. Of course, there was not much here then, and the buses were very infrequent. But of course, now it's grown so much, and it's totally different to 18 years ago.
I like the shops, and you don't have to cross the road to get to another shop.
It's so lovely and clean here. You know, it's ideal for children. With the factory areas being so far away from the town.
I have a car now. I have a very good job. We have very good facilities here for the children and everything else that we need.
And the shopping centre's wonderful. And I've got a lovely flat. I wouldn't part with that. We belong to the club, the Recommender Club, and we go there Sunday evening.
I know it's been the realisation of all my dreams. Ever from we was married, this is the first house we've had, and it's absolutely wonderful.
I think this is a marvellous place for bringing up children, particularly as it's a traffic-free zone where we live. I can go from my house right down to the shops without crossing a main road, which is very safe for children. They can play without you worrying about them. They would never cross a main road, especially for young mothers with young children. I think it's a marvellous place, and we seem to have practically everything we want here.
No, I don't want to spend the rest of my days in Stevenage. I want to retire when I'm about 65, a small cottage further out in the country.
I wouldn't live out of Stevenage because if you grow up in Stevenage, you learn to like it. And if you look around, there is plenty to do in Stevenage, even though people say there isn't, you know, because you've got the Bows, you've got the Mecca, you've got everything to do if you really look for it.
The main reason for the house is as a social centre for young people. We cater for any sort of activity which arises out of the young people's minds. The original idea was that this would be the heart of the club, and people would be attracted into the Cellar Club, and from the Cellar Club we would feed into the different activities which go on around the building.
Now am I dead? Now am I fled? My soul is in the sky. Come, blade.
My breast in blue.
My breast in blue. Easy, I nearly killed me.
Oh, you clock, Mick. You missed out 3 flitting lines. Come on, you lot. Let's go back to the beginning, shall we?
Oh, I hope she will be brief.
The new town itself hasn't physically affected the appearance of the old town. It is still an old town. It is still perhaps one of the most charming high streets in Hertfordshire. And when you walk up the old town, it's difficult to imagine that you've got a town of 60 or 70,000 people right on your doorstep.
The Burnley Hill Adventure Playground was the first playground to be inaugurated in Stevenage. One of its initial aims was to channel the children's aggression into something worthwhile, which I think the playground has successfully achieved. There are around about 4 playgrounds in Stevenage, all of which are following similar lines to Burnley Hill and the playgrounds in London. In the playground itself here, we have many things to cater for the children. We have pottery, painting. These are inside facilities. Outside, their basic interests seem to lie with hut building. We sell food to them, which in fact they cook over an open fire.
When we cook our potatoes, when Mike gets them out, they're all ashes, and we have to eat the ashes.
For young mothers who eventually want to return to their jobs or careers, there are very good day nurseries. Of course, I know some women who say they'd never leave their children in one, but quite honestly, I think it's just because they've never actually been to see one for themselves. In Stevenage, the day nurseries are very well supervised, and I don't think any child could be better looked after, even at home.
Good morning, reception. Yes, thank you. Mr. Cox, 254, please. Mr. Cox, 254.
Possibly because of the cheapness of land out here, Stevenage has attracted a good deal of light and semi-heavy industry. Lots of factories, BAC, Hawker Siddeley, Bowwaters, and numerous other factories on the factory estate, which means that for a young man fresh from school, he doesn't need any particular skill or O-levels, that sort of thing, you can find a reasonably well-paid job.
I think the educational facilities in the new schools today are very good. I mean, young people are now given the chance of learning something practical about trades as part of their general studies. And as so many boys leave school to go into industry these days, it's a great advantage to have some sort of basic training to start with.
With so many places, it seems the young people can't wait to leave school and move to larger cities like London. But actually, this really isn't the case here, probably because there's plenty of employment in Stevenage. And whatever their qualifications, they know they can find as much opportunity here as anywhere else. I think it's also significant that they see Stevenage as a place with a future, and themselves as part of it.